Now we're going to connect Portland, Mountain Hood area to Mexico City. This is a line that connects two of the points of the Pentagram of Blood. These are power lines or ley lines. So when we start connecting the ley lines, you're going to see that these events in Tucson and Phoenix are connecting to this line here. Now you can connect all the outside points, and basically it looks like the ancient Chrysler pentagram symbol. That's part of the reason people said that that car company was under cult influence, because the old Bob Hope shows with Chrysler and the pentagram with the lines in the middle. Well, yeah, that's a pentagram. It's an occult symbol. You can either draw a circle around the pentagram, which is what most people think of black magic with a circle and the pentagram, or you can connect the outside ley lines. Okay, so those are two known occult practices. Now, going from Fort Hood to Mexico City, you're going to see that the middle of that line is the Tucson, Phoenix area where we just had the sacrifice of 6 people and the assassination, bullet in the head of Gabriel Giffords. Gabriel is ancient Sumerian for opposed to a supreme god. That's where the whole concept of Satan started. Okay, so let's open up the Pentagram of Blood map that shows how Phoenix is interconnected to this. And we can see here that right in the middle of this line, just about, you have Tucson and the Phoenix area. Okay? Now the middle of the pentagram over here is where Chicago is, and that's where Barack came out of. And what we're going to do is start drawing a circle with Chicago as the center. We're going to connect all these points through arcs, make a traditional circle around the pentagram, and start showing you where all the earthquakes have been happening for almost 100 years. So this thing's not new. This thing's been going back since at least the San Francisco earthquake. Okay, this is the map of the Pentagram of the Blood that shows Chicago as the center, and we're just drawing a circle around the Pentagram of Blood. So this here arc is centered around Chicago. It's a perfect circle. Chicago's the middle, and you'll see when you start connecting the points of these big quakes in Mount Hood, in this area down here near Mexico City, that right on that power arc is the San Francisco area where the historic 1906 quake hit and destroyed San Francisco. So that's the first quake other than Haiti and the Mexico City area quake that I'm going to point to. Now, we got a lot of earthquakes that have happened on this line. Next one we're going to show you is the series of quakes that have happened over the years in the LA market. In the 60s, a major quake was there. In the 80s, a major quake was there. In the 90s, I mean, there's always major quakes happening in the LA market. But again, you can see how LA and San Francisco are on that arc that goes around this Pentagram of Blood where all these other historic evil events have happened. Now we're going to open up another map with another quake. Mexico City. Thousands died down here when this quake hit the Mexico City area. So you're talking about one of the most populated areas in the world. Again, major deaths in the 60s happened down here. Major tragedies and quakes have hit the LA market, San Francisco. Again, it's all on this circle with Chicago as the center. So the circle with the pentagram inside is an occult practice. Now we're going to add a couple more areas. Another map. Now, recently, last year, we had the Haiti earthquake. So again, the circle is intact, Chicago's in the middle, and boom, Haiti, Mexico City. Los Angeles, San Francisco. All the earthquakes are happening centered around Chicago, where Barack Obama came out of, where Harpo Media is out of. Cult people do backwards names, so Harpo is Oprah's company that she uses for her power. It's the reverse of Oprah, her name. Barack's out of that area. Luke 10:18, Satan's described as lightning, which in Hebrew is Barak. So, you know, all this stuff's lining up, folks. You're in very, very interesting times. Now, we're going to open up another map with another city. And this is where I say Mount Hood, this volcano is going to be erupting, and that's going to unleash more death than you can imagine when this thing hits. So, right on that arc up in this area in the Salem, Portland, Olympia, Mount Hood area. This is one of the points of this pentagram, like Haiti, like Mexico City, and there's going to be a lot of deaths up there, just like there was in Haiti and Mexico City. Again, you can see how the circle is controlling all these earthquakes. Now we're going to show you some more earthquakes that hit here. Okay, in Central America, not that long ago, you had the San Salvador earthquakes near Guatemala. So again, you know, the arc around the Pentagram of Blood is where all the sacrifices through earthquakes. I mean, thousands and thousands of humans being killed. Now, in the ancient times, they just put you on top of these pyramids in Mexico City and ripped your heart out. Now, whatever intelligence manipulated that, they're just whacking humans with earthquakes, and the blood is spilling in the soil, and this circle's getting a bloodbath here, and you don't even understand it. Okay? You got a relative that was killed on this line. Now you're starting to feel sick that some entity took your relative over the years. Yeah, well, that's what's going on. Okay, humans are literally, their blood's being spilled for this circle. So this is a very evil thing that's happening on this planet right now, that almost everyone is blind to. Now we're going to open up another map, and this shows basically other areas that are going to be having tragedies. Kingston, well, there's always been stuff happening in Kingston, but it looks like that's going to also be on the earthquake arc. This area here, near Belize, and that has been where earthquakes have happened historically. La Paz in Baja, Mexico. This area up here, Vancouver, up in Canada. And then you have St. John's, the Templar Point. Najat, evil and Egyptian, up in Canada. So start looking at the circle. Start looking at the ley lines that connect the dots. I believe between Haiti and St. John's out here, there's been stuff buried in the ocean. They put all kinds of waste out there. It might even be nuclear waste dumping out there. This area between Mexico City and Haiti, this is where a lot of the hurricanes hit, this little point of Central America. And of course you have the Tucson and Phoenix middle of this ley line. This is another ley line, so you got stuff probably going to be going on around there. And then you got this ley line here, and look for stuff happening up in this area too. So that's the Pentagram of Blood. You got 5 outside lines like the Chrysler star. You got the circle around the pentagram, pure occult symbolism. You got all the earthquakes happening around on the circle. You have the shooting here now. You had all the other ancient, not ancient, but the older events that have happened. You have all the hurricane activity hitting major points on the line. Andrew, Katrina. This is Hurricane Alley right here.